mind, could you just share with us, like, what's your professional style? If someone were to say to you, hey, what's your key to success? Aside from the culture of curiosity and approaching everything with that lens of curiosity, and learning, and ongoing learning. But what is it like? Are there any like hacks that you have, for example, that you share with people? Like, hey, here's some tips that you should think about, like that you apply in your everyday.
Yeah, okay, if I think about and really the way I think about this is what advice am I constantly giving my management team? And I think the first things is understand what your values are, because our decisions are driven by our values. And it becomes really, really clear when you know what your values are. It's easy to make a decision, because if it aligns with your values, then it's easy to say yes or it's easy to say no. And then I always say to them, there's always a better way. And so there's always a way to be more efficient, to be more productive, and to find a faster and more innovative way to do this than what we're doing now. And so we always focus on that. And my managers will come to me and say, oh, I can't do this. The solution is going to take me this long. And I'm like, you know what? Go back and think about it for a while and come back with a new way of doing it, because I bet you it can be done faster and more efficient. And they always do. And so as an organization, we've always been able to be very innovative that way, and very creative around how we move forward.
And and that is exactly it. I love this, okay, because there's a couple of things there that I took out of that. And that is, number one is innovation, because some people get overwhelmed by the term innovation, right? Like, I'm not an innovator. Actually, innovation is looking at different ways of doing something, right? Getting a better result, doing it, whether it's faster or it's higher quality. The point is, innovation is what is the different, right? How are you going to do that? It's going to be different. And I think everybody has a propensity for having a level of innovation. I think also, by the way, something that you mentioned, and I think this is excellent, okay, is that by actually there's two more things. Number one was the message of you are what you value, right? Because it will steer you in the way you do things, right? And what you're striving for. I agree with that 100%, number one. And then number two, what you also mentioned as well, is that when you tell your employees to go find a different way, or to evaluate a situation, and to take an innovative approach, what you're literally saying to them is, it's okay to fail, right? Because right? Because you can't innovate in the presence of fear, right? Which is a fearless environment. And that's incredibly empowering, Christine.
And I'm glad that you said that, actually, Sarah, because it's totally true. That's what I do with my team. And I let them see me fail, because I'm not perfect. I make mistakes all the time. And if we create that culture that failing's okay because we're learning from it, then we just get so much more creativity coming from the ranks, and so many more solutions that we can apply to our businesses.